Geek Citadel.
Everything in life is worthwhile. The killer is dead.
The Executioners are a group sanctioned by the government to take down the lifeless monsters from the moon that go by the name Wires. They have set their eyes on a rookie named Mondo, a man with a cybernetic arm and a high aptitude for taking down evil. Mondo only loves one thing more than he does women, and that's soaking his katana in the blood of his enemies.
It's time.
Sorry, baby, I got a job to do. But afterwards, we'll pick up where we left off.
I can't wait.
I know, I won't be long, I promise. Then we can go to my place.
With the help of his new comrades in arms, he will sate his hunger for slaughter and unravel a mystery about himself. Each new mission begins with a TV series style opening similar to an anime episode.
I am Moon River. We live on the dark side of the moon.
A brief introduction to the villain and his victim, a visit to the office to hire Mondo, who insists in most cases that he'll do the job for a kiss or out of heroic gusto.
I'll execute him post-haste. This job will be done for a one-time discount. The price is your kiss.
He then heads out to the wacky lair of a boss and slices and dices his way to victory while saying his odd catchphrase,
Killer is dead.
When the mission is completed, Mondo and his co-workers witness clients flaking out on them by fantastical means, like a woman who turns into a bird and flies out the window without paying. Oh yeah, just fly out the window without leaving any money, thanks. In between the random missions, we will get to learn about Mondo's mysterious connection to a woman named Moon River and a man named David. He has little to no knowledge of his past and knows even less about the mechanical contraption that he calls an arm. His memories of his former life show up in haunting nightmares that could be fact or fiction. This is the meat of the story, and it plays out gradually as Mondo takes on everyday jobs for the Executioners. The tale is a little weird if you've never watched an occult anime series before. If you have, the execution of the story will be very familiar. Mondo's cybernetic arm allows him to become more powerful from stacking combos on enemies. Each increase in combo rank will amplify the damage intensity of his sword and send him into an acrobatic flourish of attacks. When he is at the peak of his physical form, he can finish Wires off with deadly instant kills and choose his brand of currency in the process. He can spend gems to upgrade his weapons and buy gifts for women during gigolo missions. His arm can consume blood from enemies and utilize it to slash limbs off at high speeds, or turn his cybernetic arm into a powerful sub-weapon. The combat is reminiscent of games like No More Heroes and the unimpressive Lollipop Chainsaw. On top of flurrying a bunch of combos together, you have to perform timed dodges and parries that can open the enemy up to some devastating maneuvers. The combat system is simple to get into and could have been a technical hit if they would have included some fundamental elements. Secondly, the linear structure of the game actually impedes the enjoyment due to one omitted feature: the ability to jump! Not having the opportunity to jump up and tag flying enemies or leap over an object to get to another area is a real drag. It's probably the worst oversight for a game about precision and flashy combos. It makes me want to turn it off and play Devil May Cry 3 instead. In addition, the side missions in Killer is Dead are boring to no end. If it isn't the mundane driving sequences, it's the obnoxious, unentertaining gigolo missions that require you to take part in them for weapons. Look, Grasshopper, I know you thought this was a cool idea, but the implementation is as dull as can be. How about some dialogue options like Mass Effect, or even little mini games like the Yakuza series, but not to the creepy ping pong extent? I don't need extra options to shy away from animated breasts. I can, like most people, stumble onto an episode of Queensblade and feel the shame that accompanies it. I get that you want to try new ideas, but flesh them out a bit more before making a boring dating sim mission. It doesn't help that the women call Mondo during missions. Why would you include one of the most hated things about GTA 4?
You said right away. How long are you gonna make me wait? Forget about work and just come see me. I have something special for you.
Cousin, let's go bowling.
No, Roman, I don't want to go bowling! On the upside, the stylistic art is unique and beautiful to watch. It has a few rough spots to hold it back, like the frame rate hits and ugly terrain, but the overall aesthetic nails the rich and colorful anime feel. The character models are intricately detailed, and the voice acting hits the right notes for both the English and Japanese dubs. Killer is Dead is an arcade game at heart. The gameplay is held back by an outdated combat system and restrictive level design. The game fares best when you stick to the story modes and slash enemies to death. If you try to dip off to one of the lame side missions or challenge modes, you're going to wonder if the rewards are worth the pain. Killer is Dead received 3 stars out of 5 from Geek Citadel. This average hack and slash title would have fared better as an anime than a game. Monkey D. Luffy and his friends have reunited after spending 2 years away from each other training in seclusion. They pick up right where they left off and float off in search of the treasure, One Piece. Times have changed on the high seas, and the other pirates have formed an alliance to fight against the marine forces. Luffy and his friends are more powerful, but they will discover that the enemies in the new world are just as dangerous. The narrative weaves through the familiar gameplay sequences of the tried and true Dynasty Warriors formula. You will view 3D models of the characters speaking behind a dialogue box for main story points. The pivotal plot points come alive in vivid 3D cutscenes, and the rest of the tale unfolds via screaming heads during gameplay. If you're wondering if it's as detailed as playing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, the answer is no. The Dream Story mode is completely different from the anime series. Events that transpired in the series have not taken effect in this alternate reality. A black fog has affected Luffy's friends and flipped their personality switch to evil. This forces Luffy and Nami to abandon their Nakama only to earn a trip to the brig by way of Smoker. The fog from the dial also affected Smoker's soldiers, and because of their villainous actions, Smoker earns a price on his head.
もうないないじゃなく大々的に手配書が出されてすもやんあんた賞金首だぜなんだと
Luffy, Nami, and Smoker must band together to save Zoro and the others, while discovering the power behind the mysterious dials. The plot fits well with the nature of the Dynasty Warriors gameplay style. The dial that Luffy holds will lead him to each of his friends, and powerful pirates that stand in his way. Dynasty Warriors is all about wading into enemies and capturing strategic locations with a simple combat structure to back it up. Pirate Warrior shares the simplicity of the combat, but dares to change the dynamics of each crew member's fighting style. The attacker and technical classes define each playable character. The perfect example of an attacker is Monkey D. Luffy himself. He rushes forward with powerful attacks, devastating anything in his wake, and players won't have to worry much about precise combinations. On the other hand, technical fighters like Nami require a little bit more thought regarding their attacks. Nami's basic hits are light and barely damage enemies, but different button combinations allow her to use her lightning attacks for maximum damage at longer ranges. It's exciting to experience the particulars of each character's combat style, and lessens the repetitious feeling of playing another Dynasty Warriors title. Another interesting feature is the ability to switch into style mode and inflict massive damage on Logia Fruit users. This new ability fills up via a super bar on the UI, and players can activate it at any time during combat. Style mode will allow you to call an ally out to the battlefield. You can extend the damage of the style attack while controlling a completely different character. Like the previous Pirate Warriors, Luffy in the game will level up and collect coins to increase their stats and earn new skills. It's sort of like a hack and slash title with coins as loot instead of a bounteous amount of weapons and armor. The graphics are great for all of the enemies and particle effects on display. It's a colorful affair, and all of the trademark emotions from the series make their way into the cutscenes and cinematics. Fans of the show will recognize the voices of their favorite characters, but if you don't speak a lick of Japanese, get ready to read a ton of subtitles.
その代わりパンツ見せてもらってもいいですか?
The biggest drawback of the visuals undoubtedly revolves around the inconsistent frame rate. Take it or leave it, the Dynasty Warriors formula rules One Piece Pirate Warriors 2. It makes some minor changes, but nothing that will make a difference if you aren't already a fan of this anime series. One Piece Pirate Warriors 2 receives 3 stars out of 5 from Geek Citadel. Like many other games that utilize this genre, this is the same cake underneath with a different frosting.
I made this especially for you.